Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends and members of the KITION Planetarium Observatory. Welcome to another online science cafe. Last week of March today, Tuesday the 28th, local time 8 o'clock, universal time +3 now, because we had changing time last week. And our friends from Lebanon actually told me that they haven't changed the time there, so Lebanon will change it later. So hopefully those people from Lebanon will join us later on if they have if missed the time. So this month's theme is the Global Astronomy Month. Global Astronomy Month, part of the celebrations of the Astronomers Without Borders. It was created after the celebrations of the International Year of Astronomy in 2009 and the 100 hours of astronomy. That was an event that you could move from one country to another, share knowledge, share observations, share experiences, amateur astronomers and professional astronomers. So they created this event as a global celebration of astronomy, which we celebrate every year on April. We are proud to announce also that during this event as well, that we are the national coordinators for Cyprus, me, myself, and more extensive our group, our team here at the KITION Planetarium Observatory. So we are here to help anyone who is willing to organize an event or give them our knowledge, our support, or be speakers, provide speakers for their events or help them with their reports. We will start with a small video of the Global Astronomers Without Borders, which is produced for this month. The night sky, beautiful, fascinating. And we all shared some pictures. Global contribution. So the heavens are our freedom, and there are no borders amongst us. So now here is a preview of the main events, the highlights, and the themes for this Global Astronomy Month is global connections, accessibility, inclusion, and ethnoculture. So we try to cooperate with other countries to create an event. We try to include everyone. Some special groups that were ignored in the past, we include them. We try to include them. We try to approach them. Accessibility for everyone, for the visually impaired, hearing impaired, people on wheelchairs, ethnoculture, no matter culture, actually we have to keep away. We have to try to do. We have to keep away racism. We have to share our culture with other countries through astronomy as well, by organizing an event or sharing our pictures or our knowledge with them. So this is the highlights, actually, the cornerstone events, and let's go through them to see what's coming up. Now, these are the main international events, and Cyprus event will be posted online as well, and they will show you at the end. So we'll try to follow some cornerstone events of the Global Astronomy Month, and we're going to build up or create some events that are related and more customized to the country. Now, there's going to be a kickoff event on the 1st of April through Facebook Live, of course, and YouTube Live. And you can join this website, facebook.com, Astronomers Without Borders. Now, everything that is going to be live streamed is going to be also live streamed from this from the Facebook group and the YouTube channel. So some of the live streams have not been announced yet. I mean, they have been announced, but the exact times were not announced. They will be announced soon on the on this page, facebook.com/astronomerswithoutborders or at the astronomerswithoutborders.com website. Now, timeanddate.com is it's a very well-known worldwide website that keeps a track of time, no matter the time zone you are, and it also promotes eclipses. And we have some they are very famous broadcast duo, Graham Jones and then Bacall, will go live and broadcast how they will broadcast their event through from Perth Observatory, and how they will broadcast the hybrid eclipse that's coming up this month. So you can join this event, you can listen to tips from them, tricks or stories, how you may also share your own experience related to broadcasting, to live events, and also related to eclipses. Sundays. Now, throughout the years, we used to celebrate Sun Day on Sundays. So, because of the different parts of the world and different weather conditions and different hemispheres, and we had difference in time, and we also had different in weather conditions. So this year we have decided during our meeting that we'll have 5 instead of 1 Sundays. So every country can choose their own of Sunday, or they can even repeat it depending on the amount of people that they want to attend, or if they want to organize it in a different place, different city, or the organizers can create their own event by choosing any of these dates. 2nd, 9th, 16th, 23rd, or 30th of April. Now, in these events, what do? We invite people to participate, to have hands-on activities with telescopes, to observe the sun either in usually in UV blocking filters, to see the sun, to observe the sunspots, and or in hydrogen alpha to observe the prominences and the chromosphere. And we also talk about the sun, the star of the day, as many of us call it. All of us know about it, but some of us call it. So, but it is very important here to promote science, but also promote safety, because we have to inform people and warn them that they should only observe the sun with special equipment, with the help of scientists, experienced observers, because we don't want to risk the eyesight. So, Venus and Pleiades cluster conjunction. So, as you see, there is a variation in time depending on where you are, and the time of observation may vary. So we have 3 possible dates. Everyone should look on its own calendar and customize it to our local time. So usually it's an hour after sunset. Pleiades and Venus, they would be only 2 degrees apart. That is approximately, as it says here, to the width of 4 moon disks. It's easy to find. It's in the Taurus constellation, and it will look like this binocular view that you see on your screen now, Venus and Pleiades star cluster. It is easily spotted with the naked eye as well, this phenomenon, especially if you're in a dark location. And you can see a bunch of stars, and you will see Venus, of course, the very, very brightest object in the night sky. Now, Globe at Night. This is an international event from the Globe at Night organization. It organizes several campaigns throughout the year, 12 campaigns. There is one week every month. During April, the week between 12th and 21st, is under the project of Global Astronomy Month. In this case, we engage people in observing the nighttime sky, but we also promote the protection of the night sky. We promote dark sky awareness, and we also promote mythology. And every month we learn about a different constellation, about the mythology, learn how to find this constellation, and also take some light pollution measurements by trying to measure the apparent magnitude of the stars, or using an application with the from your mobile to do some to report some data, to submit some data, some records that will help for the measurements of the light pollution. Now you can find out about these campaigns for all months, globatnight.org/campaigns, and you can also find out here on the second link, without the World Wide Web, after the secure protocol, app.globatnight.org. You can find there how to submit a report. We are always at your disposal in helping you to do so. Now, the very nice and very beautiful and important event, the hybrid eclipse. Now, why it's hybrid? It's hybrid because it starts with an as an annual eclipse where the moon is too far away from the Earth to completely cover the sun, and it creates a ring effect. But it ends in a different way, in a total eclipse, where the moon fully covers the sun, creating a stunning display of the sun's corona. So this will be broadcasted by following this link at the bottom of the presentation of the slide, from time and date as well. So keep in touch and follow this link that will also be posted on our website or astronomywithoutborders.org website to observe this live event from Australia. So during this month, we also promote real science, also called citizen science, which means that we involve citizen scientists, volunteers into real science. And in this case, we talk about the Astra research campaigns that they are in cooperation with NASA and the Hutchins University in Hawaii, using two telescopes in Hawaii, 1.5 meters and 1.7 meters. Each team is given 20 unique sets of the night sky, creating 20 animations using a specific software with special access. We analyze with our team, each country or every team in each country, these images. We try to find the moving objects in the background, and we spot the new observed asteroids. We report them, and if they're new, we report them as with a new name that will be then tracked. And if we have a complete, if we have more observations, then it becomes from a preliminary discovery into a provisional discovery, and it enters the Minor Planet Center database, which is a worldwide database with the newly discovered, with all the asteroids, sorry. And we add in it the newly discovered provisional asteroids. This campaign lasts for 1 month, and analyzing all these sets from our experience usually takes between 8 and 10 hours. So those who are going to join it, they have to dedicate at least 8 to 10 hours, and they will receive their certificate of participation from NASA. And if they have a discovery, of course, they will receive a discovery discovery certificate. Global Dark Sky Awareness, International Dark Sky Association, and also we celebrate at the same time the Lyrid meteor showers with star party. So we go out, we observe some night sky marvels. It's also going to be a live stream from the Facebook Live of the Astronomy Without Borders and the YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe, of course, to get informed as well. You can press the link and the bell there, and it will inform you. It will alert you. So this stardust comes from This star debris comes from comet Thatcher, and the peak is expected to occur on Saturday this month around 7 o'clock UTC. So at the peak, we expect up to 20 meteors per hour. April the 28th usually is the closing down. In many countries, this global star party. It's a global star party, which means that in every country we hold a star party, and we try to involve amateur and professionals. gather them together to observe through telescopes, binoculars, with the naked eye, the simple celebrations of looking up. So 40, more than 42 national coordinators. We try to connect together all these people, take pictures, share the pictures of the star parties, share the knowledge among the people, and try to teach some new knowledge to newcomers. Some of them are experienced astronomers, some of them are experienced amateurs, so they can bring in their own equipment and share their knowledge and their equipment with the general public. Or we can also do some comes out of my mind now. I apologize. Sidewalk astronomy. We can put some telescopes on the pavement, interact with people passing by, and share the knowledge with them, and give them the experience of observing through the telescope. And now a very interesting event describing your universe. And why? Because we are going to use a unique method to describe the Chandra X-ray Observatory of NASA images to some special groups of this is what we also one of the themes, accessibility. So we are going to discuss we're going to create a more accessible and inclusive experience of this space imagery. And the speaker is going to be Miss Kimberly Cowell-Arkand. She has a PhD. She's a PhD holder. She's a visualization scientist and emerging tech lead in the NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory, Center for Astrophysics in the Harvard and Smithsonian University. So we talk about a unique approach developed to describe the nature and complexity of these NASA visualizations for people who are blind or they have low vision, and with extended visual descriptions. She will discuss what visual descriptions are and how they are currently being used for representing this data from the Chandra X-ray Observatory, and we will explore how to integrate verbal explanations of these phenomena with descriptions of what the visual viewer was seeing in the presented imagery to create a more accessible and cohesive package. This is going to be a really interesting workshop, a very interesting presentation, and it will help all of us, especially us that we're dealing with people and we are having we have some special groups that they have to have some we have to have some special knowledge to promote astronomy into these groups. You can find all registered events, all officially registered events, by accessing this site, my.astronomywithoutborders.org/events/calendar. You may need to sign in and register and sign in to be able to view everything. And you can also follow our index page, astronomycyprus.eu, the homepage for some announcements. But you can also go to the astronomycyprus.eu projects, international projects, Global Astronomy Month, and there you'll find the cornerstone project, and then from there you'll find the link to these global events, but also you will find by the 1st of April all the events that we will carry out in Cyprus during this month. And feel free to call us and participate, or if you are from another country to have a collaboration during this month, please feel free to contact us. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you very much for listening. Remain at your disposal for any further questions or queries.
there's plenty on.
Yes, these are the main events
Yeah.
that we promote as Astronomers Without Borders, we suggest to do. Now, every country and every national coordinator, or every institution, or every university, any planetarium, observatory, any amateur who is willing to do an event, he should they can get the help of the national coordinator, and you can organize, so they can organize their own events. So there are going to be thousands of events.
I've noted a couple that I'd be interested in. So yeah, certainly plenty going on.
That's why it is Global Astronomy Month.
Yes. Global Astronomy Month and West Space Week are those and the Asteroid Day are those events that they occupy the most. The more people every year, more and more people every year, they have the most events, global events registered down in their calendars. But from our experience, always all these events, they take attention. And we also, for example, the event, the observing event with the little meteor showers, we call it Meteors Without Borders. The conjunction, for example, the close by of Venus and Pleiades, we call it Beauty Without Borders. So we have some special events, some special
and eclipses without borders.
Eclipses without borders. And I forgot to mention something very important, that we have astro poetry as well. So you can write poetry, and the kids astro art, a very important project for us that we carry out throughout the year. Actually, we get drawings and we submit them to this kids astro art competition. There are different levels for the kids astro art. There are different levels for the astro poetry, and there are global awards as well.
If I may add, at KITION Astronomy Academy, the youngest group, it is amazing astronomy up to 12 years old children. The next month they will make drawing with a special theme. It is about cosmonautics, because of 12th we celebrate International First Manned Spaceflight Day of the United Nations. So the concept, so we developed concept for these children. They have to make a drawing about Cyprus stations on different celestial bodies, like Mars, like Venus, like an asteroid, and so on. So they will make this drawing, and at one of our on 11th of April, they will present it, and it will be open lesson, even not just regular, but together with parents and friends. So there will be much more intensive activity than just regular lesson. And the children will present their masterpiece and explain what is there. So it sounds to be intriguing.
Mm.
And something I forgot to mention, because usually it's included in this Global Astronomy Month, but there's also a worldwide celebration of, it's called Yuri's Night, and we celebrate the International Cosmonautics Day of the first flight in April, 12th of April 1957, from Yuri Gagarin. So it's a themed party where it's actually a worldwide disco party themed with Yuri Gagarin. And so we have a presentation about Yuri Gagarin's life, the biography, how it was started, about the first about the first manned flight, which was on the 12th of April 1951, with Vostok-1, and I apologize, I forgot to mention it. And it's really important for us because we celebrate and we give emphasis to it. And as for I don't know, I have to tell them to include it because usually we include it in this. Most probably it's by mistake that it was left out. And
Just because of it is celebration by itself, United
yes,
Nations
yes,
organize it. What?
yes.
All over the world, it's already
Maybe for this
going.
reason. Yes.
And what's about our next Science Cafe? It is dedicated to, it's part of Global Astronomy Month celebration as well.
Yes, it's on the last Tuesday of the month. We have a special guest from Ukraine. He's going to also talk about astrophotography. Alexander, you want to say something about it?
It
You want to
depends.
share? I will. You want me to share the
Poster? Yes, you may
Yes.
do it.
Okay, I've stopped sharing, so you can share the poster.
No, it's you who has to share post.
Okay, I didn't prepare it here.
It's in emails. Well,
Okay.
so the talk will be about astrophotography, just because of the person who will give it. His name is Artyom Mirgorod. He will do it in English, and he made a lot of already experience in astrophotography. So he has a lot of works, and when you do something, when time passes, you do it better and better. So now he knows how to manage with it, and he knows which tricks to use. And what's most interesting, he will do it based on freeware, so free of charge software. That's why everyone could repeat what he's doing. And I don't know more details. It is his son, so he will know better, and he will present it. But at the poster, there is two pictures. One, the final result, and another one is from where the result is coming from. And it inspired me, that picture, to look at it with a telescope. In planetarium, we have large mid telescope, about 20-25 centimeter size of diameter of the mirror. And I mean about because of there are different, this is a range. And I, based on this picture, I decided, okay, how it looks by naked eye, not by naked eye, by visually in telescope, with large telescope. And the result was, picture is better. I could see a star cluster, but I could not see the nebulosity around it. So now I prepared everything for George to show us the picture. And you will recognize it. I believe that, not I believe, I'm sure Chris already took picture of it as well. So it's really interesting. And it's just one result. Of course, there are a lot of them. So in this way, we will show that there are different types of astrophotography. If you remember at Science Cafe, we have many different directions, such as astrophotography of comets, astrophotography of meteors, astrophotography of deep sky objects, and special astrophotography like solar eclipses and lunar eclipses and so on, so different types. And this one is dedicated again in the same way how Chris like to do, so with the astrophotography of deep sky objects.
I have here if I may share it.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
So now it's our task to recognize what's on picture. Yes, Iris. Yeah, you may say a few words, Iris.
Okay.
No, it's okay. I did not want to interrupt.
we want
Good evening, Iris.
Just to say hi, because I didn't see you for a long time. I apologize, because I have lessons until very late usually.
I see.
But because we have Easter, so it will be possible to join some of your events. We will have holidays.
Perfect.
More than welcome. We missed you.
Yeah, it's great.
It looks very interesting and very packed. April does.
Yeah, it
As
is.
always.
Lots of stuff.
It is actually,
As always, yeah.
I remember you participated in Lyrid's watch at,
Yeah,
a
it
few
was
years
good.
ago. Yeah.
It was excellent. So is this the
Yeah,
poster?
it was in 2014. Yes, George. No. Who could recognize what's on the left and the right side?
Uh-oh.
For sure, it is the same image, Alexander.
I'm hiding.
Yes, it's exactly the same. Just before and after.
A single
It
picture,
says
and then
a
afterwards
single
like
picture and after when you stack all of them. Chris, do you know this object?
I think it's the rosette.
Exactly. You shouldn't think it is. And when I observe it, no nebulosity at all. So I could not even imagine this. Let me see. Yeah, I could not even imagine this color nebula at all. I could not.
No, it's yeah.
Use the filter, Alexander, and use the camera.
I think
I left it. How to take it out? I'll find.
I think I've got an image of the rosette. In fact, I've been doing trying to do a video of some of my objects using a free video processing program, and yeah, but rosette is one of the ones I think I've put together. At the moment, I've put about 4 or 5 images on and try and put it to music and do it as a presentation. So, yeah.
So our son is for you.
Okay.
For next time.
All right.